You guys just came back from a tremendous day. I've already asked you out of a 1 to 10 what you thought of it. Danka, you honored me by sticking within the numbers. You gave it a 10. Grace, you gave it an 11, and Ronnie, you gave it a 15. So obviously, it must have gone very well. You went to an inner city church, and you went to people who were very not fortunate, I guess. They live pretty much in the slums. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You had 3 young ladies from your church that I have trained in the material go, and they had what, about 40 students? I counted 30 students, somewhere in there.
48.
48 students. Fantastic. And give us first, maybe just give us an overview of the day.
Yeah, I think so. When we reached there, well, the day started, pretty slow, and we started with around how many?
I don't remember, but
but
15.
So we started with around 15, and but within the next coming 40-30 minutes we were already starting to fill up. So the day started very interesting because we started out with we had talked about an introduction. Introduction was really us getting to check out, I mean, how are these guys, like, how is the atmosphere like? So Danka was leading in that, to introduce, and all of us getting introduced. So as she's coming, we realized that most of these guys are shy and closed up and shy. Yeah. So what was very interesting is how ideas were coming. Then the strategy changed. Like, okay, these are not people that you're gonna ask a question and they answer back and all of that. So the strategy started changing on the fly from there. So what happened is, what did you guys do there? Like kind of activity to get these people energized, happy, and feel like it's free. It's okay. It's okay to have fun. It's okay. It's okay to to be free. You are important because the shyness will get a lot of things. And again, so we started out with the mingling game where they were mingling. I'll send you a video of that. So where everybody's mingling together, and I think the highlight of that before even we started the teaching was that them seeing us joining them, having running around, having fun together. I think it communicated a lot, because then that eased everything. They started being free. So that was before. So when we started the first session, they already not shy. I mean,
they were now talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the first session was literally about us introducing the concept of eternity past, the present, and the eternity future. Okay. And the first session was really now concentrating on heaven, like asking this, what do they think about heaven, and get their thoughts. Then we go scripturally to how does the Bible talk about heaven, and that was very interesting. And again, what we did in the first session, we separated them into groups. So each of the girls that we had come with, the trainers, had a group that they were doing the first session.
So good. So what was the second session about?
Cat and dog.
Yes. So the second session was cat and dog theology.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that was interesting. What changed there was, after teaching them as the girls were teaching their group. So again, we switched the teachers. So now these people would get a new time with a new teacher, experience a new teacher and a new trainer. So after they have been taught, they were taught to come up with skits this time. Communicating. Oh, that was
It was fun.
That was amazing.
It was nice.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me, what kind of skits did they do?
So the first group did a skit where they were in church. They were in church, but then there was God and his angels standing behind him. And so they did a praise and worship session. And then after that, they had Christians praying. So one Christian goes, God, something to go like, I've been doing all this, I'm praying and fasting, you're not doing anything. And then she just walks out. So during the praise and worship or responding, she's just looking up and down and folding her hands and just sneering at whatever was happening. Then the second one, now we get insight into her prayer. And she's like, God, I'm grateful. Thank you so much for everything. And then as she is praying, God is handing over these, they were like papers where they had written, one was written wisdom, another one was written love, joy. So God is handing over those papers to the angels. And then the angels come and surround this lady as she's praying. And as she walks away, the angels are following her, with the wisdom, love, and all that. Wait, what was the second one, guys?
Something to do with the with the cat parent and a dog parent.
Yes.
And a cat.
Yeah, so a cat parent, a dog parent. So it was a family, father, mother, and 2 children. So the father was the kind of a father who will tell the children to go to church and he would leave right. So he was like a dog parent. Then the mother was a cat parent. So she kept excusing the cat child not to go to church and to get away with the errors the way they want. So in their skit, they brought out how a cat parent is parenting for their own glory and the dog parent is parenting for God's glory. And then the cat child is living for themselves and the dog child is living for God.
Denka, was there a third session?
The third session was just Gracie speaking, emphasizing or concluding on everything about the rewards, just recapping what they've been taught in the groups.
Yeah. Also, one thing that was then very amazing, well, I have that on video, is now them getting to rehearse songs. Like, there's this group and this group. Yes. So the worship songs that they are doing, the cat worship songs and the dog and the dog, worship songs, how that would be. Now this is wrapping up to make sure that all the points have, from what has been taught in the 2 sessions. And that was amazing how these 2 teams came up with songs
quickly and
competing. This team comes with the understand. This team comes with this one comes with another song. But yeah, and I think in wrapping up the third session, I think to me what was outstanding in that is to see how much these people can remember what they were taught, and the response to what they were told.
You've said a lot of great things, but give me your biggest highlight, Denka. What was your biggest highlight?
My highlight was just the team, like the team from Kitengela, how it just was like flexible. We found a dull class, everything had to change, and then we would have to now play games fast, then teach next, just a flexible team. And also God giving us a hungry congregation. That was so nice, because just seeing these people seated and not getting tired of the first session, the second session, and the third session, and they're still asking questions, shows that they were hungry. They had something different. They had something that their heart wanted to hear.
Gracie, a highlight for you.
I think for me, other than the whole just being a success, the part where after we had taught, and when we were doing the final prayers together with them, when we were telling them, now with what you have learned, what is one thing you will change, and now just talk to Jesus about what is going on in your heart. and seeing every one of them in their own way, just talking to God, not the raga gaga gaga, to prove a point, but every one of them you just see them whispering and walking around, and you can actually tell they're actually now not talking to Grace, they're not talking to Ronnie, they're not talking to Denka, they are actually just talking to Jesus about what is going on in their heart. And later on, one of the teachers who was there had a conviction in his heart that there was someone in the congregation who was feeling moved that they want to do ministry, and he just came and told me, so I allowed him to share it. And when he said that, 4 of the teenagers came to the front just to be prayed for, because they felt in their hearts that they would like to do ministry. They don't know where to start or what to do. And one of them came back and they were like, how does one join your team, or how do you people work? Well, I told him, yes, you can join, because he was asking if we are all from the same church, if it's only a church thing. And I told him, no, we're looking for young people who we can mentor, who will go back out into the world and speak this and teach this. And then he said, I'm in Form 3, probably when I finish Form 4, I'd like to join you guys for a while. And I was like, wow, I mean.
Amen. Those are your disciples, guys. Way to go. That's praise God. Ronnie.
With the things that we do, small things, you never know how much. Because there's not why I'm saying this, and again, I don't want to be very wordy. There's not why I'm saying this. Most of these kids come from broken families. They come from abusive families, so they would expect church or such to be a place where they feel at home, they feel loved, they feel honored, they feel they are somehow important. So when they come and they they get a different picture, most of them, that's why they quit church. But I saw them being energized. So to me, that was a highlight, the smiles on their faces.
I'm gonna wrap it up. The 3 of you drove home with the 3 girls who did the teaching. We had 3 of the 6 students that we've worked with go. So of the 3, you debriefed them on the way home. What were they saying?
So listening to them, especially, I think the first feedback that I got was from Vivian.
Hi everyone, Vivian here. This experience has been quite fulfilling for me in the sense of it was so nice to see the teens just accepting the information. They weren't like against it, but in a sense they were like even amazed at what we were showing them and what we were telling them about what's written in the Bible about heaven, about living with eternity in perspective. So that was really fulfilling for me to just see how they took it and how they accepted it, and just see them get a newfound, should I say, sort of excitement for heaven after they die. So yeah, that was my experience.
For Vivian, it was the first time she was speaking to a group other than her friends, and that is like 3 people. And so she had expressed yesterday when we had met that it was a source of fear, not being sure what she will talk about or how she will talk to them. But when she finished her first session, she was actually lighting up, and she was like, they understood me, they listened to me, oh my God, questions. I was just like, yeah, Vivian, I mean, she's like, God helped me, I answered them. And I was like, yes, that's what he does. And so
hi, had a great time today here at I can't remember the name of this church, but we've had a great time with different groups of teenagers, and it's been nice sharing with them what we have learned. And we focused on a few things, cat and dog theology and also heaven. And I think the young people are really getting this, and it's exciting to see people change their perspective on what they've learned so far in their Christian walk, and it's just been really nice. And hope this is just but the beginning of many. Yes, thank you.
From there now, I was able to just hear them out, and they were saying at some point they had forgotten the cat and dog part in terms of application to their day-to-day lives. And so every one of them was saying, I mean, we've done cat and dog, but when I was teaching it, it was almost like God was telling me, yes, are you now a cat? Why are you being a cat? Why are you being a cat? And they were like, no, I actually have to leave out being a dog Christian. So I'm that's just part of the feedback that they give for them in terms of the experience of teaching and talking to their fellow teenagers.
Okay, hi. Today was really fun. I really enjoyed myself. It was really nice getting to teach the material that you have been taught over and over again. So getting to see the teens and talking to them, giving them a new perspective on the whole walk of Christianity was really nice and exciting. I enjoyed myself and I loved it.
I would say I saw the Holy Spirit working through the girls.
They acknowledge that this had to be God doing this, because them being scared the other day, but then reaching there and God is in an amazing way. So to me, that was amazing to hear them not giving themselves the glory. Oh, I think I can speak very well. I just did it very now, but it was like, this has got to have been God.
One was seeing Sonia, Vivian, and Sharon teach what they have been taught. That was priceless.